Imagine the happiest day of your life suddenly turning into the most harrowing. Wedding bells ringing, champagne flowing, tears of joy streaming down your face, and all the while, just a few streets away, something utterly devastating is unfolding in the shadows. That is exactly what Coronation Street has delivered for two of its most beloved characters, and fans across the country are still reeling from what they have witnessed. If you have been following the Carla and Lisa story, brace yourself, because what is coming is every bit as emotional and gut-wrenching as the show has promised. Welcome back to the channel. If you love Coronation Street and want to stay right on top of all the latest developments, drama, and confirmed spoilers, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most emotionally charged storylines the Cobbles have seen in years, the journey of Carla Connor and Lisa Swain, and the confirmed devastating scenes that have left viewers reaching for the tissues. This is a story about love tested to its absolute limit, about joy shadowed by grief, and about what happens when a soap opera refuses to let its characters breathe for even one single moment. So, who are Carla and Lisa? And why does their story matter so much to Coronation Street fans right now? Carla Connor, played with extraordinary depth by the brilliant Alison King, is one of the street's longest-standing and most iconic characters. She first arrived on our screens back in 2006 and has since been through more than most soap characters endure in a lifetime. Kidnappings, factory sieges, heartbreak, addiction, kidney failure, and loss upon devastating loss. She is, in every sense, a survivor. And then came Lisa Swain, played by Vicky Myers, a no-nonsense detective sergeant who arrived carrying her own quiet grief. The loss of her wife Becky, killed on duty before the show even began. The two women found each other slowly, tentatively, in a relationship that quickly captured the hearts of viewers everywhere. Fans dubbed them Swarla, and the shipping community grew passionate almost overnight. Their road to happiness, however, has never been straightforward. What began as a slow burn, beautifully observed romance was soon derailed in spectacular, soap-worthy fashion when Becky Swain, supposedly dead, reappeared on the cobbles, very much alive and absolutely determined to reclaim her family. The revelation that Becky had faked her own death sent shockwaves through the show and the fandom alike. Becky's return was not gentle. She manipulated, she lied, she bribed, and she ultimately resorted to kidnapping Carla and holding her hostage, while simultaneously convincing Lisa that Carla was sunning herself in Spain, cheerfully posting on social media. It was one of the most tightly wound, brilliantly plotted storylines Coronation Street has produced in recent years, and it put Carla and Lisa through absolute hell. There were moments when it genuinely looked like the end for Swarla. Back in December 2025, Carla made the devastatingly painful decision to call time on the relationship entirely, telling Lisa it was over in scenes that broke hearts across the country. Becky's manipulation had done its damage, planting seeds of doubt, confusion, and heartache that neither woman could easily shake. But love, it turns out, is stubborn. And so is Coronation Street when it has a story worth telling. By January 2026, in the explosive Corriedale crossover event with Emmerdale, the full truth of Becky's wickedness was finally laid bare. Carla was rescued, Becky was arrested, and the door was thrown wide open for a reunion that viewers had been waiting months to see. Executive producer Kate Brooks confirmed early in 2026 that Carla and Lisa were indeed heading for a romantic spring, and that there would absolutely be wedding bells. fans erupted. The couple, she said, had always remained strong beneath the surface, and now, with Becky out of the picture, their future together would move quickly. And move quickly it did. The wedding of Carla Connor and Lisa Swain became one of the most anticipated events in Coronation Street's recent memory. Teased from the very beginning of the year and confirmed as part of a very special week of episodes airing at the end of April 2026. But this is Coronation Street, and Coronation Street never gives you joy without mixing in something devastating alongside it. The confirmed scenes that have shaken fans are layered in both beauty and grief. The wedding itself, which aired on Thursday the 23rd of April, was described by producers as genuinely joyous, and it was. Lisa, refusing to let a flooded function room destroy the day, pulled off a stunning surprise wedding at the Chariot Square Hotel, leading Carla in under the pretense of a free lunch before revealing a beautifully decorated wedding arch. Ryan arrived with champagne. Roy and Betsy followed with the wedding outfits. And Carla Connor, one of the toughest women ever to walk those cobbles, was completely and utterly undone by the love of it all. The ceremony itself was everything fans had hoped for. And yet, as the vows were exchanged and fireworks lit up the Weatherfield sky, something else was happening just streets away. Lisa heard a faint scream during the celebrations. Carla dismissed it as Fox's. It was not Fox's. It was Betsy, Lisa's own daughter, stumbling upon a dead body near the back of the corner shop, the victim of a brutal murder that had unfolded entirely in the shadows of this beautiful wedding day. Coronation Street had structured the week as a series of flashback episodes, each one peeling back the movements of 5 potential victims throughout the day, revealing, piece by piece, who had not made it through the night. It was gripping, innovative television, and it meant that Carla and Lisa's wedding, far from being tarnished, was allowed to shine in its own quiet, romantic bubble, while the horror played out elsewhere. But the aftermath is where the truly devastating scenes come in. Once the confetti settles and reality crashes back in, Carla and Lisa will find themselves confronted by what happened on the night that was supposed to be theirs alone. Betsy's discovery, the murder investigation, and the wider fallout across Weatherfield will pull both women back into danger and grief at a moment when they have only just found peace. These are the confirmed scenes that fans are bracing themselves for. The moment the wedding joy gives way to something far darker and far more painful. The reaction from the swirl of fan base has been, as you might expect, deeply emotional. Social media has been flooded with comments from viewers who are simultaneously celebrating the wedding and dreading what comes next. Many fans praised the show's bold storytelling decision to keep the wedding itself untarnished while weaving the murder mystery around it. Kate Brooks addressed this directly, saying she wanted the wedding to be full of love, hope, and romance, and that she did not want to tarnish that episode, but that the soap still needed its backdrop of drama. The balance, many agree, was handled with real craft. What does all of this mean for the future of Carla and Lisa on the show? In the short term, the murder investigation is set to draw both women into fresh emotional turmoil, with Betsy at the center of a storyline that will test the newly married couple in ways they could not have anticipated on their wedding day. But the deeper question, the one fans keep returning to, is whether this marriage will be allowed to settle into something stable and happy, or whether Coronation Street will continue to pile on the pressure. Given the show's track record, the honest answer is probably both. Happiness on the cobbles is always hard-won and always temporary. But what Carla and Lisa have built together feels significant enough that the show will not throw it away lightly. Allison King and Vicky Myers have brought something genuinely special to this pairing. A warmth, a chemistry, and a grounded emotional honesty that has made even the most melodramatic moments feel real. Their performances throughout this entire arc, from the early tentative flirtation to the devastating split to the joyful reunion and now the shadow of a murder on their wedding night, have been consistently outstanding. It is no wonder fans care so deeply about what happens to these two women. So to bring it all together, Coronation Street has confirmed devastating scenes ahead for Carla and Lisa in the wake of their long-awaited wedding, with a murder mystery centered around Betsy's horrifying discovery threatening to shatter the happiness the newlyweds have only just found. The wedding itself was a triumph of romantic storytelling, but the cobbles being the cobbles, the tears of joy are already turning into something far more complicated. Whatever comes next for Swarla, one thing is certain, it will be unmissable television. Now, we would love to hear from you. What did you think of Carla and Lisa's wedding? Were you moved by the scenes? And how are you feeling about the dark twist waiting just around the corner for these two? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We read every single one. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. It truly helps the channel more than you know. And if you are not already subscribed, hit that button and turn on notifications so you never miss a Coronation Street update. We will see you in the next one.